Hey y'all, my name is Ashley Brandon, also known as the Crazy Keto Babe, and I just wanted to come on today and talk to you about my story. Why do I have a YouTube channel? Why am I making videos? Why am I here? Lots of questions, but I hope to answer all of them today so you understand who I am, why I'm here, and hopefully you can relate to some of my story, and so that it'll help you in the future. Okay, so I found God when I was, I don't know, 9, 8, 9, 10, 11, I don't know, somewhere around there. My mom and I and my sister went to church all the time. My dad was gone. He was in the Marine Corps, and my mom and dad's relationship was rocky, but we were always at church. Always, always, always. Very, very involved. I was a follower though. So my faith came from everybody else getting saved. So I got saved as well. I got baptized as well. Like it was a group thing. It was our thing. Like that's what we did. We all kind of did it at the same time. And I've always been a little bit of a leader in life, but a follower in when it comes to my faith, back then especially. So something happened with my mom in the church, and I really don't know. I honestly don't know the details. And we stopped going to church, and I tended to drift. I drifted away from Jesus because my faith was not solidified. I was just a follower doing it where everybody else was doing it, right? I enjoyed it. I liked being a part of the group. I liked being a part of the church. I liked the way it made me feel, but I wasn't a developed Christian, you know? So we left the church, and I definitely lost my way. I was never a really bad kid. I was very much a people pleaser most of all my life up until lately. I'm working on it, you know what I'm saying? But so I never was an extremely bad kid, but I lost my way. And right about the time I graduated from high school, I really lost my way. My dad kicked me out of the house, and I was going to college. I had a full ride at that point, to the University of South Carolina there in Beaufort. And I was 18 and I wanted to be on my own and I wanted to do my things. And he said, okay, well, no, you're not staying here for college then. So I had to get 2 jobs to be able to support myself and living with my boyfriend at the time. And I quickly realized that 3.5 GPA I had to have to maintain a full ride was not going to happen. So I started thinking, my dad and my mom were both Marines. And so that was the natural thing for me to think about going in the military. I did not join the Marine Corps because my dad works on Parris Island, where I would have gone to boot camp, and very lovingly said, oh, I'll let them know you're my daughter. And I was like, I'm not doing that. So I joined the Navy. When I was in the Navy, I had so many people approach me about God, and I kept hearing more and more about God, but I kept putting up those walls and just not ready to talk about it. Then I had a traumatic brain injury. So when I say I don't remember, that's why. Because I have, because I slammed my head into a steel beam, my memory I don't remember past 5 years. If it's 5 years or older, it's very, very much gone, unless it's a memory that I keep rethinking about. It doesn't stay. So that's kind of my lot in life, is I wish I remembered. I know things happened. I have the feelings from them and the emotions from them, but I don't remember specifically what it was. So when I say that, that's why. Now you know why I don't remember stuff. So I just, after I left the Navy, I really scrambled. I had postpartum depression with my first child. We moved all around. Life got really... And then I found a friend in our neighborhood who was amazing. And she was just a light for Jesus. Like, you could just see it in her. She just shone so bright. She still does. Shines so bright with so much love and so much acceptance, that she didn't judge me for the way I was living or my life or the path I had chosen. She just loved me. And we started going to church together. I started going to church with her. And man, it felt so good to be back. I felt Jesus again. I felt God again, but I wasn't ready to change my lifestyle, to change what I was doing, and honestly, to submit. The word submit put those walls right back up, like boop, nope, 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 nope. I will not submit to anybody. And it's because of things that happened in my life that I was that way, that word submit was not going to happen, you know, because I didn't understand what it meant to truly submit to God. And that you're actually handing over all of your pain and your issues and letting him take that on for you. I didn't understand that. So, I met my current husband. We have a child. We had a child, and we, for a long story, y'all do not have time for it. But he had to stay in the state of Arkansas. I had to go to the state of Tennessee. So not only did I have 2 kids, I was raising on my own. I was staying with family. We could only see him on the weekends. If he could come on the weekends, he ended up having 5 kidney surgeries, almost ending up in the ICU. Energy drinks, don't drink them. They ruin. So he was running his own business at the time, lost our business because of that. Lots of things financially, especially, hit rock bottom, and I did too. And not being with my friends in Arkansas anymore who invited me, I then realized I needed to find a church. So I found a church. I honestly don't even remember how I found this church, but it's shout out to Lighthouse in Millington, Tennessee. It was the most faith-filled church I've ever been in. And I don't know how to explain it except for you walk in and bam, Jesus hits you in the face. Like, it was just Jesus filled. He was there. You could feel it from the worship, which I'm a big worship girl. I love some Christian music and I love to sing it. And from the worship to the preaching, it was just what I needed. And I just let all of the burden and stress and pain go. And I rededicated my life to God. And, don't cry. I found that peace that I had been looking for so long. I got involved with groups, and sure enough, they were reading a book that I had found, that I had just randomly found, and they were doing it in a group. Like, it was the craziest thing. It was it was God. And it was called The Circle Makers, and you should definitely pick that book up. It's amazing. And so I found God again. Now you should know that my family moves a lot. My husband's an electrician, so basically he's a traveling electrician. Growing up in the military family, my mom and my dad, and then being active duty Navy, like, I'm used to that lifestyle, and so that's what we do. We move around a lot. So we moved back to South Carolina where my dad and bonus mom and my grandma and grandpa are, and there I found a women's group. And so not only did I have that faith again, I started getting into his word again, and learning, and just kind of, I don't know, just like found the Bible, if you will, because the Bible had always been very unclear to me. Like, I read it, but I was like, what? So it became so clear to me, and I learned how to pray for clarity in the Bible and understanding the Bible and the want to read the Bible, and the need to be filled with his word. So I found that there. And then I also found my calling, because I found the company I'm with now. My company and my job, and it all led to finding my calling in a way, because my company focuses so much on personal development. I didn't know what personal development was. I didn't know I should be growing as a person. I didn't even know that was a thing. I knew there was always something missing. I always felt like there was more to life than I knew of, besides Jesus. Like, I found Jesus, and I definitely felt that hole filled, but I always felt there was something more that I should be doing. And I didn't realize that it was growing. It was growing in my personal development. And so I love that my company focuses on that, and they gave me a platform to start kind of sharing with people what I was learning, and helping others. And that for sure is my passion in life. And I figured that out pretty quickly. And I'm going to share another video about how I figured out my calling, my passion. But just know that you can feel it. When you find it, you feel it, and it's an elating experience. So I found my passion, and it's, in health and wellness and helping other people feel better. Because I didn't. I felt terrible. I was exhausted all the time. I was easily frustrated. I just tried to survive till bedtime. and then, finding something that helps and allowing you to have your life back, then you want to share that with people, because everybody's walking around exhausted and just frustrated. And literally, I call them mombies. That's what I was, and that's what they are. And they're walking around like that, and dads too. It's not just moms, but that's my passion in life, is to help. But I also feel it's my passion to share what I've learned about Jesus and my walk with him, and how it's transformed me, and how it continues to transform me, and how I continue to learn things and grow as a Christian and as a woman. And I feel like I want to share that with you, and God has told me that I am going to share that with you, because that's what he's called me to do. So I'm so thankful that, I have this opportunity. He's been telling me for a while that this is what I was supposed to be doing, but I didn't listen. And you know what I mean? And I think that I had to personally develop enough to not be scared of what other people think about me. Mind you, every now and again, I still get nervous about what y'all think about me. For sure. What people think about me that's like people's number one fear. That's why public speaking is the number one fear, because it's not fear of standing up there and talking. It's fear of what people are thinking about you and messing up and what they'll say about you, right? So I was blessed with the gift of being able to do this. I was blessed with, not being super as scared as most people are to talk in front of a camera or to talk on stage. And so once I personally developed enough and learned enough to not care what people think about me, because if I do it from a place of my heart and trying to help people, then it doesn't matter. And if I'm doing God's plan and doing his work, it doesn't matter what you think of me. You can leave all the nasty YouTube comments you want, man. God's got this. So, but I also want to say this really quickly. I will share lots of wisdom and things I've learned along my journey, and I'll share it with you. But you should know this right now. I am not perfect. These YouTube videos are not going to be perfect. I, as a person, as a mom, as a wife, am not perfect. As a Christian, am not perfect, and I will never claim to be. So you may see me with makeup on, mostly because I'm trying to hide a very large pimple I've now named Priscilla. But you'd be scared of how much makeup cover-up is on that right now. But please understand that I am not perfect, and that zero, nobody, and not a one on Instagram, YouTube, or Facebook is. Some people are pretty good at hiding their flaws and things going on in their life. And we see the highlight reels for sure. But I'm here to tell you, they're not perfect. They ain't perfect. You ain't perfect. I ain't perfect. Nobody's perfect but Jesus. And, I just think that that's really important to know, that I've learned a lot of things because I have stumbled and fell into the dirt on my face. You know what I mean? So the things I've learned along the way are because I chose wrong paths. I chose things that were not of God. I walked away from God. I am a divorcee. I had a child out of wedlock. Let me just throw it all out there for you. But I found Jesus again, and Jesus forgave me for all of the things that I've done, because he loves me no matter what. And he loves you just the same. You are here for a reason. You are perfect in his image, and he loves you so much. So I hope you'll continue to follow me as I continue to share just some amazing things that I've learned along the way, and I'm still continuing to learn, and hopefully we can grow in Jesus together. So you all have an amazing, amazing day.